What's up, guys? I'm back. Oh man, I disconnected my cord. Great weekend, and it has nothing to do with business at all. Like, my day was pretty much filled up. I had to go to another town, and as soon as I got off of work on Thursday, and then came home, watched a basketball game that one of them, kid didn't even play in. But anyways, that's neither good or bad. It kind of sucks because I paid $10, but still got to watch a game. But today, even though they did not win, I'm talking about my oldest kid, they won their game today. I'm not sure what place they got in, honestly, because I don't know how the brackets were set up. I didn't even look at the paper at all. I think I know who won, but that team was a bigger school. So, it actually had like 3 or 4 of our kids that we were supposed to have in the high school this year, but they went to the other school because of other things, and that's that. But all in all, I was the only thing that really happened. I watched basketball and I was thrilled. I hope I don't lose my voice from talking a lot and yelling, stuff like that, because you gotta yell if you like the sport, I guess. But that's what I was doing. My kid got to play a little bit, and that was the last play of their game, and well, not the last play, it was close to the last play. But anyways, the other team had the ball, they had the possession, and the coach was yelling for all the kids to go down the other court because he thought that they had possession, and it wasn't like that. The other team had possession, so my son was the only one back there at first, guarding 3 people, and they missed it. And you got a rebound and they got the ball back, but they won anyways. That was the weirdest call I've ever seen, but hey, they listened to coach, I guess you want to say. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't do anything else other than that, except for I take that back. I just lied. I did actually check all my pricing, which I kind of do anyways. I check them, I would say, every other day, because I also get like email updates on it, saying that this particular item is not meeting the buy box conditions, basically meaning it's not the same number, it's not the same price. So you just gotta go in there and check, see what people either just started or have been selling, but they just lowered the price and they want to be more competitive. So but yeah, you just got to keep on track with that. Other than that, that's the only thing I really do. I haven't had anything because I stopped everything from the list that I was getting. Not a big deal for me. I mean, I still got money. I'm not worried about that. I'm not really worried about that at all. But the good thing is I'm still doing a lot more research on an actual wholesale company. I can go and buy things that aren't toys, because it gives me that opportunity to get more items. And right now, the only things I can get from Walmart right now are really just toys and electronics isn't a lot because Walmart has a lot of their own brands in there, and they don't really sell. They don't really sell, even though they're I would say they're kind of comparable a little bit, but they're cheapos that you can go to the dollar store and buy if the dollar store sold them. not saying that all of them are like that, because they have their own TV brands and everything else, so they have to spend some money, to put things together, and I get it. They do get more of the profit off of them because that's their own brand, so they control the costs for that, which is kind of cool. But it's usually a lot lower than the competition, so but they just don't sell on Amazon, and because people would rather buy something that says Amazon than Walmart, to be honest. And it has not, I don't think that has anything to do with Walmart, maybe some of it, but most of it I think it's just because Amazon is just a cooler brand. It's been around a long time, even though it's not been around as long as Walmart, but Walmart didn't get into the web game like they should have a long time ago, and done something, and now they're playing catch up, and I don't know if they'll catch up, but I can tell you I'm pretty sure they're going to come out with something kind of like Amazon Alexa. It could be something comparable to that with their shopping, so that way you can do some easier shopping online and everything else. But that we'll see how all that goes. Anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. I do have some items I have to have shipped back to me because they're broken and stuff like that. So that means either the customer broke it or it was broken in the warehouse. I did have some items that were broken in the warehouse, so I get reimbursed for the cost of those, which is not actually the cost that I paid for them. It's the cost that it's showing on Amazon at that time as it was broken. So it's time stamped when it was broken. So they say, okay, well, the price was this time because they have, the sales data for that. And so they give you the reimbursement for it. So I still make money off of it as long as it was selling for a profit. That's a good thing. A plus for me, because, it happens. Stuff breaks. I get it. And the good thing is if they're really diligent on that practice, it really will help sellers when stuff like that happens, because you can't dictate what happens on the roads, or what happens between the road and it being off the truck and onto a pallet or whatever it's going on to. I know someone actually worked for him. He actually works here at Walmart now. They make really good money, but they have a harder work environment than Walmart does, because they're not too lenient, to be honest. They just want you to work. They want you to be robots, and that's it. No, nothing else. It's straight work. And I get it. They're a well-oiled machine, and they got a bunch of infrastructure that allows them to have high turnovers, because they're just trying to weed out the bad in the major areas, so that way they can just have production grow. So that's all they really look for, and most companies look for that anyways. If I was them, I would do the same thing. I can't fault them in that. But if I was one of those people that worked there and it happened to, that would suck. It would totally suck. Getting canned is not cool at all. But that, I'm glad I never went through that. I have worked for Walmart before, a long time ago, and I quit because originally what happened was my kid was being born, and I knew the date. I knew when it was going to happen and all that stuff, and I informed them like 2.5 weeks before that, and then they still never gave me the day off. And I still worked for them a little bit afterwards, but it was no matter how much good or bad they thought I showed up to work. I didn't call in. I came into work and I worked. I know I probably was being a little bit younger, more energetic. My legs hurt real bad because I don't know why. My feet just would not conform to working like that. And maybe it was probably my shoes, I don't know. But anyways, like working the way I was working and being compensated wasn't enough. It was so hard, and it's still hard now. I barely make enough money to support 2 kids, have everything paid, and I'm using my own taxes to pay my rent. Like, without that, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now. So, but got to get going, guys. I know it's probably I wish it was longer, and sometimes I make them longer on my podcast. Check it out. I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Peace out.